Hi everyone, this is my first YouTube video. I'm going to be making homemade chicken hot pot, and these are the ingredients I'll be using today, so I will go over them with you. For the sauce, we will be using soy sauce, sugar, and hot water, which I will add to that bowl later on. Here we have the ingredients to make the broth. We got the water, the goji berries, the yam, the dry yam, the angelica root, the dry long an, the red dates, the dry shitake mushroom, and the chicken bouillon. And these are also the ingredients that we'll be using to cook in our hot pot to eat. Hope everyone will enjoy the video. So let's get started. Now we're gonna do our first step, which is making the broth. I'm gonna grab over my pot here, and we're basically going to put everything in the pot and put it on the stove and bring it up to a boil. First, we have, like mentioned, if you want the recipe, look at the descriptions. All the information will be there for you. I have here about 2 liters of water. 5 red dates, 5 shiitake mushroom, angelica root, dried Chinese yam, the dry goji berries, the dry long an, and of course the chicken bouillon. Just gonna add all that together. I'm gonna put it on my lid, and unfortunately I will have to put this down. Now I just put it on the stove, turn it on high, and just bring it up to the boil. Once it comes to a boil, I will be transferring over to our portable butane burner in the middle of the dining table. Then we can start. Okay, in the meantime, let's get back and make the sauce. To make the sauce, we're just gonna simply combine all 3 ingredients into a larger bowl, and then we're just going to mix until the sugar's dissolved. Then that's ready for use. So there's soy sauce, the sugar, and the hot water. And just mix. You can kind of tell when the sugar's all dissolved is when you don't hear that little grinding noise in the background. So hopefully that will be shortly, since we're using hot water to mix. Okay, I think that's good to go. Now we're just gonna bring it over to the dining table where we have everything set up together with our other extra condiments we'll be using to make our sauce. So we have soy sauce here and all the extra condiments where everyone can customize their own sauce to their liking. While the broth is coming up to a boil, I'm just gonna be bringing these ingredients on the table here and move it to the dining table. So see you soon in a jiffy. This is what my table for tonight looks like. So we got veggies and meats and meatballs. And of course, we always have some sort of starch for the kids. In this case, we're making the rice noodles, the fall rice noodle. So my kids really like that. So once the broth comes to a boil, we'll bring it all over and assemble and start to cook some of the meats and vegetables to eat. The soup broth has come to a boil, and now it's been transferred over to my portable butane burner. I'm gonna open it up and add the chicken and vegetable. Cook. Oops. The chickens normally take a few minutes longer than all the other ingredients. So I'm just gonna put in lots of the chicken so that by the time they're ready to eat, we can each have a couple of pieces. I've added all the chicken into the pot, and now I'm just gonna add some Napa cabbage. This will also help sweeten up the broth, as well as we actually like it a little softened to eat. I'm also gonna add some of the meatballs, which are kind of frozen at this point, but if we let it put it in, it can maybe come up to a boil and cook together with the chicken at the same time. Okay, now we're just gonna put the lid back on and let it bring up to a boil and cook. Once it comes to a boil, I'm gonna open it up, and then we're gonna start dipping the meat in and maybe blanch some noodles for the kids. But hope everyone enjoy your meal. Now that the soup is boiling, we're ready to dip in the meat and eat at any time. First, I'm gonna make my sauce. I like to usually put a spoon of the soy sauce, then a little bit of the, I'm gonna turn this down just a tad here, it's boiling too much, and the chili and garlic in oil. So there's my sauce for now. And we're gonna get ready to eat. Simply just dip in the slice of meat one by one and let it cook. Once it comes to a boil, let it cook. I turned it down a little bit earlier because it was over boiling, but I'm turning it back up now so that the meat will cook. Yes, and so this is sliced pork that we have, so once all the pink and redness goes away, it's pretty much ready to eat. I'm just gonna leave it for a couple more seconds here, and it's good to eat. There we go. I'll just put that into my bowl and just dip in my sauce, and away we go. Once you start eating a little more, you'll notice that there's this little brown foam over here. Just use a little bit, a skimmer and a bowl, and just skim it off. That's what we do when we eat hot pot. Just occasionally, if you see the foam, just take a skimmer like this and just skim. Okay, and that will clear up the broth again. Okay, enjoy everyone.